Welcome to Yogaroo Online, and in this practice we're going to focus our attention on the shoulders and the different movements of this very complicated, as it's called, shoulder complex joint. Now the shoulder is more prone to instability than the hips that we did previously, and that's because we need to have huge range of movement in the shoulders. Like they're the joint with such massive range of movement, and that means because it needs so much movement range, the cup and ball kind of arrangement of the joint is much shallower than the hips. But that's not to say that we can't do lots with them, and then also we will be feeling in our practice the shoulder blades, those lovely triangular bones at the back of our shoulders there, which are part of the joint. So in fact, let's start now in just literally raising your right arm. So raise your right arm. I'm not going to be raising your right arm out to the side, and even placing your hand on your shoulder blade, and you will feel your shoulder blade moving there at the back. And just to equal it up, we'll place our right hand on the left shoulder blade and literally just lifting the arm out to the side. And we have this misconception that literally it's just the ball and socket joint moving, but it's the shoulder blade is intrinsically part of the joint as well. And lifting up the shoulder blade, or the arm lifts the shoulder blade, and then it brings it back down again. And when I say lift, it's more like a tilting of the shoulder blade as we lift the arms up. So let's do that. And I know you won't be able to feel your shoulder blades with your hands, but the sense of these shoulder blades, these wings spinning out to the side, and they lift up a little bit as well, and then lift them down. So actually pop a brick underneath your hips there if you need to. We will go through now just the different rotations of the shoulder joint. Again, I will be telling you what's happening, whether it's flexion or extension, and that's just extra information. So don't worry too much if it's not sinking in. As we go through our practice, it's not going to matter whether you know the word for what you're doing with your shoulders, but just as a point of interest. So inhale, reach the arms up high. So here we are in flexion. So your shoulder is flexing. And then exhale, bring the arms down. And then reach the arms behind you. I've just interlaced my fingers and lift the arms up, and the shoulder is in extension here. So feeling the shoulders lifting up and back here. Try not to let them roll forward. And then release. And then bring the arms up into cactus position here. So this is a funny one. So like if you just bring the arms to kind of level there, and let's actually bring our right hand onto our upper arm there. So you're feeling the actual, the bone coming out of the socket there. And then rotate your arm, your palm up into cactus position. And you'll feel the arm going back. So that makes sense that is external rotation. Now keep your hand on your upper arm there and rotate the arm forward and down any amount. It might not come perfectly down. And this is internal rotation. So let's do that with both arms. So have them in cactus position. Keep the elbows are not high, say exactly shoulder height if you can. Reach the elbows away, reach the palms back. Now they're not going to go too far back, so just come to your external rotation. Keep the elbows exactly shoulder height, if it's okay for your shoulders, and then really slowly on your exhale, bring your palms down towards the ground, keeping the elbows shoulder height. This is internal rotation, okay? So let's go through those 4 movements again. Inhale, reach the arms up high, extension. Exhale, reach the hands behind your back, reach the palms away and lift the arms up. Flexion. Bring the arms into cactus position here. External rotation, and bring the palms down towards the ground. Keep the elbows high. Internal rotation. Okay. Right. So let's come into our cat-cow position. I'm going to do another little bit of work with the shoulders, starting to warm them up here, okay? So let's just do a few rounds of cat-cow. And again, each week we kind of focus on a different part of the body. So in our cat-cow here, feel just the shoulder blades on your back there, and I will help you with my cues here. So inhale, let's take a few rounds, just softening and moving, and then I'll add some observations of the shoulder joint there. Inhale, the belly softens down towards the ground, the gaze comes slightly forward. And exhale, lift the spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale, belly softens down towards the ground. And exhale, lifts the spine up towards the ceiling. One more round. Inhale, belly softens down towards the ground. And exhale, lifts the spine up towards the ceiling. Now for our next one, you're going to continue breathing. So inhale and continue to breathe. Belly softens down towards the ground and the shoulder blades draw together here. So feel those lovely triangle bones on your back draw together. And then as you exhale, press your hands actively into the ground here and lift your spine up towards the ceiling and feel the shoulder blades spreading across your back here. And we'll do 2 more rounds then. So inhale, belly softens down towards the ground. The gaze comes forward, shoulder blades draw together. And exhale, lift your spine up towards the ceiling and feel the shoulder blades draw apart. Okay, and then just coming back to tabletop position. Now what we're going to do is just some scap presses is what they're called. So it's really just isolating the scapula and feeling them draw together. So we're not curling through our spine in our cat-cow. So you're literally just letting the chest drop down in between your arms there and then lifting them up and doing the same thing with the shoulder blades. So as the chest drops down between the arms there, the shoulder blades are drawing together and then we're lifting up and the shoulder blades draw apart. Now I'm kind of trying to exaggerate it here so that you can see what I'm doing, but your movement might be much more subtle than what I'm doing here, okay? And then if we want to add the breath, we can inhale to lift the shoulder blades up and away. And then exhale, the shoulder blades draw together. And inhale, so it's slightly the opposite of our cat-cow here. And exhale. Okay, and then just coming back to tabletop position here. You're going to inhale, reach that left arm up towards the sky. And then exhale, thread it underneath your right arm, bend your right arm and come down towards the ground. Okay, so feeling a lovely stretch on that left shoulder joint there. I'll demo it on the other side. So I've inhaled and lifted my left hand and then I've threaded it through and I've bent my right arm there. Okay, I'm going to go back to my same position as you. And then inhale to come back up again. And this time now we're going to thread the right arm. So inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, thread that right arm underneath the left arm, any amount, bending down, reach those hips back towards your heels, reach the arm forward. Feel that lovely stretch through the sides, the ribs there, and particularly the shoulder joint, the outer part of the shoulder joint here. Be gentle with it, remembering it's a shallow joint. Inhale to come up to all fours again. Okay, we're going to do a little flow to get some like fluid movement into the joint there. You're going to do your right side. I'm going to demo it on the right side, on my left side, and then I'll move to the opposite side just so you can see what we're doing. So inhale, you're going to just bring the fingertips forward and off your right fingertips forward and off your mat here. And on your exhale, you're going to sweep the arm back out to the side and reach it back towards your right toes. And then you're going to inhale, sweep the arm up as you lift the hips. Okay, so that's the movement. And then bring the hands back down again. So it's just 2 breaths. This one, the inhale, it brings you back and the arm up. So let's flow through a few. Inhale, sweeps the arm back, reach towards your toes, hips reach back towards your heels. And then exhale, exhale brings you back. That was an exhale. And then inhale, sweeps the arm over, fingertips off your mat, the front of your mat. Sweep the arm around. This is still your inhale. Exhale, reach the arms back. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up, fingertips down. And then as you sweep, you come into your exhale. Sweep the arm back, reach towards the toes. Inhale, sweep the arm over, fingertips down. Exhale, hips go back, sweep the arm back. Now getting into a flow. Sorry, I got my breath's a little bit mixed up there. Inhale, reach the arm up, fingertips down. Okay, now you are going to swap over to your left side. I'm going to do it on my right side now because I was just helping you by demoing there. So you're going to bring your left fingertips off your mat there. I'll do it this side actually, so I can still demo to you. Left fingertips off your mat there. And you're going to exhale, sweep the arm out to the side, reach it back. And inhale, lift the hips, reach the arm forward. Fingertips off the mat there. Exhale, sweep the arm back, hips come back towards the heels. Okay, so you're kind of coming back into child's pose and then lifting up to all fours. And really think of it as, again, this is all about the arms and the shoulder joint, the movement of the arms. So really intentionally sweep and circle the arm. It doesn't really matter if your arm is straight or a little bit bent. Keep moving there as I'm chatting and then reach the arm forward. It's more about getting this lovely rotation and also whatever is your full range of movement in the arm, not what you see I'm doing. Okay, and then just coming back to all fours again there now. And we'll start moving with our flow. Okay, so we're going to step our right leg forward now just to the inside of our right hand. We're going to keep the knee down so you can keep the left toes untucked there. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up high. So arms are in flexion now. So I think I said the wrong indication on our second round. Flexion and extension is the way it is. So inhale, reach the arms up high again. And then exhale, we're going to come into our cactus position. So see, can you keep those elbows just kind of, they either have to be higher than the shoulder or at the shoulder, but try not to bring them down. So let's use the arms in their coming straight out of the joint here for this flow. Reach the palms back a little bit if you can. Keep that lovely open chest, and we're coming into our external rotation of the shoulders here. Press into your front foot a little bit into the top of that left knee, the top of that left foot there, and draw them towards each other just to contain the movement so you can really grow the pose from the hips up here. And breathing, let's flow through that. So inhale, reach the arms up high into flexion, and then exhale, rotation. Again, it doesn't matter if you don't understand the words of extension and flexion. It's more the movement of the arms that we're focusing. Inhale, reach the arms up high, and then exhale, coming into our cactus. We'll do one more of that. Inhale, reach the arms, and exhale, keeping those elbows shoulder height. Inhale, reach the arms up high again. And this time I'm going to sweep my right hand around and place it either onto the small of my back there or onto my left thigh, and reach the left fingertips to the back right corner of my mat there. So feeling that lovely stretch. What we're stretching out now is the armpit, the underside of the shoulder here. And breathing here. Inhale, reach both arms up high again. And then exhale, we're going to twist to the right-hand side. So you're twisting over to the right-hand side. Either keep the arms stretching, or you can place that left hand to the outside of the right knee just to help you come into a slightly deeper twist. But, this is about the shoulders today. So we're not worried too much about going deeply into our twist. So, do what feels good for the shoulders in this flow. And then inhale, reach both arms up high again. And exhale, we're going to simply swap over. We're going to place the right knee down and then step the left leg forward. Okay, and then inhale to come up. And we're going to reach the arms up high again into our flexion of the shoulders here. And bend the elbows, external rotation. Okay, and that's our flow now. So inhale, reach the arms up high, lengthen through the spine here, and then exhale, rotate the shoulders, coming into a little back bend. And we'll do two more. Inhale, reach the arms up high, and exhale, bring the elbows out straight from the joint, let them not come down any lower. And then one more, good look. Inhale, reach the arms up high, And exhale the arms, really reach those elbows back, keeping them shoulder height, reach them back. Feel those shoulder blades draw together on your back there now. Inhale, reach the arms up high again. And this time I'm going to sweep my left hand around and either place it on the small of my back or on the top of the right thigh as I sweep the right fingertips up and over to the back left corner of your mat now. Feel that lovely stretch through the armpit of the right shoulder and the bonus of the little stretch between the intercostal muscles between the ribs there. Inhale, reach both arms up again, and exhale, twisting now to the left-hand side. Remember, it doesn't need to be a very big twist. We're just playing with the shoulder. If you'd like to, place that right hand to the outside of the left knee there and reach those fingertips back. So feeling as you reach, it's almost this idea of the shoulder does gently come a little bit away from its socket as the further we reach, and that's okay. That's its ability to get us kind of to reach up to that high presses, plates in the high presses and things like that. Okay, and then inhale, reach both arms up high again. Exhale, hands either side of the front foot and step that left foot back now. Let's break up our flows with our little sweeping hand movement there. That would be quite nice to do. Okay, so we have our first flow done, and then we're going to do our fingertips. I won't mirror you now, so hopefully you know the flow. So it's the right fingertips off the top right corner of your mat. Inhale, and exhale, we're just going to sweep the arm back towards the back of the mat. Inhale, reach the arm forward, bring it down, and exhale, sweep the arm back. Hips come down towards heels. We'll do one more. Inhale, reach the arm forward, and then exhale, sweep the arm back. Up to all fours again, and we'll do the same thing on the left-hand side. So my fingertips come off the top left corner of my mat here. I take an inhale, I exhale, I sweep the arm back. I feel the lovely rotation of the arm there. And then I inhale, reach the fingertips. So it's like you're drawing a line through the air with your fingertips and getting a lovely wide rotation in the shoulder there. Fingertips down. We'll do one more. Inhale or exhale, fingertips back towards the back of the mat. And then inhale, press into the floor, the knees, reach the arm forward. Okay, and then coming back to all fours again. And we're going to do our next standing flow. So we're going to inhale, step that right leg forward now in between your hands. This time you're going to tuck the left toes under and lift the left knee. Now check to make sure you can kind of probably sense you're coming up to standing. So make sure that you definitely for this one have your feet nice and wide left to right on your mat because you're going to be balancing. Inhale here, and then exhale, reach the hands back towards the back of the mat there. Lengthen through the spine here, finding your nice strong arrowhead here. We'll do similar to what we did to start our flow. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up high, and then exhale, find our way into cactus again. So you might even find you get a little bit more of a sense of a back bend here and possibly more space for those shoulder blades, those lovely triangular bones to come together on our back there. Inhale, reach the arms up high, and then exhale, arms into cactus. Last time, inhale, reach the arms up high and lengthen the spine actually. So to come out of your back bend, I was staying in line there. So come out of your back bend and then exhale, reach the arms into cactus. Inhale, reach the arms up high now, and exhale, we're going to bend our right elbow there and place the hand into the center of our shoulder blades, bend our left elbow and gently just guide that right hand down. So no pushing with lots of force when we're working with the shoulders. So just to show you from the front, I have bent my right elbow, I've placed that hand. It might be between your shoulder blades, it might be further down, or it might be on the lower part of your head there. Just depends on how that elbow bends and the arm flexes for you. And I'm just gently pressing this. I'm not pushing too much into it. Okay, and we'll do the same on the other side. So inhale, reach the arms up high, And then exhale, bending the left elbow there, placing the right hand onto the left elbow and just guiding that the left palm into the center of the shoulder blades there, or wherever it falls. It's more about the stretch to the shoulder than where you can reach that hand. Okay, and then inhale, reach the arms up high again. And exhale, we're just going to simply twist the right hand side here to complete this flow here. Again, you can place that right hand to the out, or the left hand to the outside. It will be much higher up your thigh now if you're going to do that, and reach the fingertips, the right fingertips back. Inhale, reach the arms up high again. And then exhale, we'll come to a forward fold here to change sides. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, reach the arms up high. And exhale, hands down the midline in prayer position. Okay, we'll go straight to the second side. So inhale, reach the arms up high. And exhale, folding down. And this time we're going to step our right leg back now. Make sure they're nice and wide on your mat there so that you're going to come up into your standing balance. Inhale here, and then exhale, reach the fingertips back towards the back of your mat there. Lengthen through the spine. Find strength through those legs. Press through that right foot there now. All the weight wants to be in the left foot. Equal it out here. Inhale, reach the arms up high. And exhale, we're going to come into our cactus again. So coming into a little back bend, shoulder blades draw together, external rotation of the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen again. Don't forget to lengthen out of your back bend. And exhale into our cactus again. Last time, inhale, lengthen the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And exhale, coming into our cactus. So can you keep those elbows shoulder height here? Inhale, reach the arms up high, last time. And then exhale, we're going to do the same stretch for our shoulders. So we'll start with the left one this time. You're going to bend your left elbow, place the hand on the small of your back there, and then gently guide it down with your right hand. Okay, so feeling that lovely stretch through the left armpit there, the left shoulder. Inhale, reach the arms up high again, and exhale, same thing, second side. So bending the right elbow, place the hand to the center of your back there, and gently guide it down to feel until you feel the stretch in the armpit with your left hand there. Inhale, reach the arms up high again. And exhale, let's just take it into a twist to the left now, and placing the right hand to the outside of the left thigh, if it's available for you, or if you want to intensify the stretch a little bit. Reach those left fingertips back there and feel the reaching action of the arm. Inhale, reach the arms up high again. And exhale, hands either side of the front foot. Bring the right knee down. Bring the left knee down, and we'll do our little sweeps again before we come into our third flow. So right fingertips just off the top right corner of your mat. Take an inhale here, and exhale, sweep that arm back until you come into your child's pose. Inhale, lift the arm up and forward, drawing circles through the sky with your fingertips, and exhale again, sweep the arm back to the back of the mat. Inhale, lift the hips up, reach the arm forward. Last time, exhale, sweep that arm back to the back of the mat. And inhale, come forward again, place the hand down, find your tabletop position here. Left side now, fingertips to the top, off the top left corner of your mat there. Exhale, sweep the arm back. Sweep the arm back, coming into your child's pose. Inhale, lift the arm forward, drawing circles with the fingertips, top left corner of your mat. Exhale, sweep the arm back. Lovely rotational movements in the joint and lovely kind of slow, mindful movement with the arms. Last time, exhale, sweep the arm back. And inhale, reach the arm forward and up, and just coming back to your tabletop position here. Okay, we're coming into our next flow now. So let's step that right leg forward just to the inside. Oh no, we're going into, just to the inside of your right hand there. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee. Make sure your feet are nice and wide, left and right on your mat. Inhale here, and then exhale. Let's start off in our arrowhead again. Fingertips reaching back, lengthen through the spine. Okay, now listen carefully. We're going to bring our hips to the side of the mat for this flow. So you're going to ground that left foot down. You might even need to step that right foot just one step to the center so that it hits the center of your mat. You're going to place the right hand or the left hand on your left thigh and sweep the right arm up and over to find your way into reverse. So now your hips are opening out to the side of your mat here for this. This is your inhale, so we're in reverse warrior. And for our exhale, we're just going to bring the hand or the elbow down to the right knee and reach the left arm up and over. Okay, so that's going to be your flow. I'm going to give you a second option if kind of the full sweep is just a little bit too much of a rotation for the spine, because we're working with the shoulders today. You can just place the right hand on the right knee and reach the left arm up and over. Okay, so just if the right elbow coming down to the right knee is too much of a sweep for the spine, because we haven't done a huge amount of spine work, just bring the right hand to the right knee and sweep the left arm up and over. Okay, so let's do 2 more of them. Inhale, we're going to inhale, starting our warrior. Okay, so left hand on left thigh, right arm reaching up and over. And then exhale, again, drawing these lovely wide circles with the fingertips, right hand to right knee or elbow and reaching the left arm up and over. Okay, we'll do 1 more flow then. So inhale back into your reverse, reach that right arm up and over, and then exhale, reach that left arm up and over. Okay, and then we're going to come into our Parasvakonasana. So right elbow down to the right knee there. And you're going to place the fingertips onto just the back of the kind of dip at the back of your head there. Okay, and this is going to be your exhale here. And we're going to inhale, open the elbow out to the side. Okay, so keeping the fingertips on the back of the neck here. And then exhale to close it back down again. And we're going to do might do 2 more of them. So inhale, opens up the shoulder there, fingertips to the back of the neck, feel a lovely stretch to the front of the chest and the shoulder. And then exhale to close it back down again. Last time, inhale, opening up. And exhale to bring it back down again. Okay, and then we're going to pivot around to the front of our mat now. So just reach the arms back again. This is our exhale. And taking 1 more inhale here. And exhale, step that left leg forward and folding down. Inhale, press into your feet, reach the arms up high. And exhale, hands down the midline in prayer position. Okay, so before we move to the second side, we just maybe throw a little bit of shoulder work from standing here before we come into our final side. Okay, both feet grounded down into the mat here. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up high. And then exhale, hinging over to your right side. So I am mirroring you here. So you're going to be tilting the same direction as me. So feel that lovely stretch through the shoulder there. And then bend your elbow, bring the hands to the small of your back there, reach your elbow up towards the ceiling. And then see, can you, if it works for you, can you bend the elbow that little bit more and reach the elbow or the hand to the small of your back there. Okay, and then reach both arms up again. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Inhale here and exhale, you're going to pivot to your left-hand side. Reach the fingertips up and over. Bend the elbow, place the hand on the curve of the back of your skull there. Reach the elbow up towards the ceiling. And then see, does the elbow want to bend a little bit more? And place the palm of the hand in between the shoulder blades there. Getting an intense stretch now for the shoulders and also all the little connective tissue at the side of your chest there. Inhale, reach both arms up high again. And exhale, press hands together down the midline there. So feel strength through the shoulders now. Okay, so we'll come into the second side of our third flow here. I will take it from the back of my mat so you can see me. Inhale, reach the arms up high. And exhale, hands down the midline in prayer position. Okay, so this time you're going to step your right leg back, so your left leg is facing forward, and we're going to make our way into arrowhead, so fingertips reaching to the back of our mat. Okay, we're going to ground that right foot down, so we're sneaking our way into the hips facing the side of our mat now. Place the right hand on the right thigh there, and circle nicely the left fingertips up and over to find your way into warrior. Again, you might need to just gently step that left foot to the center of your mat there so that your feet are in better alignment. Okay, we're going to come through our flow, remembering your options here. So you're going to exhale, either place the left elbow down onto the left knee, or just placing the left hand down onto the left knee. So lots of choices. Let's take it into our flow. So inhale, reaching the left arm up and over. And then exhale, left hand down, right arm over. Inhale into our reverse. And exhale, reaching that right arm up and over. Last time, inhale to our reverse. And then exhale, reaching right arm up and over. So this time now we're going to bring the right hand just to the back of our neck there. We're going to bring our left elbow down to the knee. We're going to exhale to reach the elbow, the eye of the elbow there, down towards the ground. So this is our exhale. And inhale opens up to the side of the room. And exhale to bring it down. And we'll do two more. Inhale to open up. And exhale down. Last time. Inhale to open. And exhale to come down. We're going to inhale to reach the arms up high. So you've pivoted, sorry, not a great transition. You've pivoted the feet now to the front of your mat again. You're going to inhale, reach the arms up high. And then exhale, place both hands on your left knee, step that right leg forward and folding down. Okay. Let's take a little half lift. So inhale, press your hands into your knees, reach your chest forward, reach your shoulders back towards the back of your hips there now. And then exhale, folding down. Let's do that two more times. So inhale, come up halfway, place your hands onto your knees there, roll your shoulders back towards the back of your hips there. And that will help you to find the spinal strength as well as shoulder strength. And exhale to fold back down again. Last time, inhale, halfway up, hands to the knees, roll the shoulders back like you're trying to reach your shoulders back towards the back of your hips there. And exhale, folding down again. Inhale to come all the way up. And exhale, hands down the midline in prayer position, coming all the way down now. Okay, you're going to bring your right knee down. You're going to bring your left knee down. And we're going to come all the way to seated now. So we've done our three flows here. We're just going to do one more little kind of stretch to the front of the chest here before we come into our restorative poses here. So you're going to place the palms of your hands behind your hips there now. So, just try the fingertips facing towards your hips and the fingertips facing away. Actually, for the purpose of this class, we will have the fingertips facing away. Sometimes it can be a personal preference, but fingertips facing away is more opening for the chest. So we'll do that for this one. Okay, options again. You're either going to keep the knees bent and lift the hips up towards the ceiling, just to open the front of the chest there, feel the shoulders opening and strengthening at the same time. Or you can take the version where you lengthen your legs out and then you lift your hips up and bring the soles of your feet down towards the ground. For that one, you need to make sure that your hands are far enough away from you so that you don't overshoot the wrists with your shoulders there. Okay, so feel that lovely, either one you're taking, feel that lovely opening to the front of the chest there and a little bit of strength and opening to the shoulders. And then bring the hips down there. Okay, so we're ready to transition now into the restorative part of our practice. So we're going to start with our nice shoulder opening, or just this one where we take a 4-fold blanket. So that's the kind of the size of my 4-fold blanket there. And then I'm going to fold it in half again. So what I want now is we're going to take a blanket roll to the back of the shoulder blades, but I definitely want it narrow enough that my shoulders will drop down a little bit either side. Again, we're working with the shoulders today, so it's all about them. So a narrow enough fold that, you know, if the shoulder, you lie on it, the shoulders will have a little bit of space to drop down to the sides. Okay, and then just, again, quite a narrow roll. So I've just rolled that twice there. And I'm going to place it up there at the top of my mat. So my head is going to come on to the tail of the blanket, and this part, the rolled bit, is going to sit underneath my shoulder blades, and I will give you tips on exactly how to find where it is. So push it down there just to make sure that it doesn't unravel, and set your hips up in the center of your mat there. Okay, and then just coming down onto your mat and positioning your shoulders, so that's too high up for me, positioning your shoulder blades onto the roll of your blanket there. And so the way I know, so while you're getting into position, it might be easier to keep the knees bent. The way I know that I'm in the correct position with that roll is when I extend my arm out. So I'm actually too high up there. I have about 2 fingers between the start of my shoulder and my armpit there and the roll. So that's kind of the position of where the shoulder blades are underneath the blanket there. Okay, so if you have the shoulders in the right position and it doesn't feel too high, so you don't want too much of a lift to the front of the chest there, it'll bring too much of a lift to the lower spine, lengthen the legs out one at a time. Okay, so again, I'm going to bring you incrementally to a lovely opening of the shoulders here. So if the final version, which will be arms in cactus position, is too much for your shoulders, or if they are lifted, I know they're a little bit raised here, but if they're kind of, they're hanging in space too much, then come back to the previous version. Okay, so first version is just hands at kind of about a 45-degree away from your body there, and palms facing up, okay? So let's all do that to start with. And just let's start to gently let those shoulders drop down either side of that blanket roll there. So the shoulders dropping down either side of the blanket roll. And then if you want to try a little bit further, a little bit more opening at the shoulders, bring the arms into a T shape. So the arms coming directly out of the shoulders there. Palms facing up towards the ceiling, just to open the chest. Maybe let's flip our palms, so you can kind of, rather than just, you know, taking what I say as gospel, you can kind of notice the difference between the rotation of the arms and the opening of the chest. So rotate the palms, but they face down towards the ground, and notice the difference in the chest here and the shoulders. And then rotate the palms so the palms face up towards the ceiling. And notice just there's a little bit more opening to the front of the chest there. The shoulders are able to more comfortably drop down and back. Now you can stay here, or you can try the next step in the pose, which will bring the arms into cactus position either side of your shoulders there. So see, can you keep, again, we want the elbow to come straight out of the shoulder joint there, and the arms into cactus position. So my hands are just about comfortably hitting the floor there, and you might find that cactus position, normally your hands quite comfortably come to the ground, but because we have lifted the chest up a little bit, they could possibly be hanging there. So I would suggest, if your palms of your hands, or there's anything, even the elbow, if anything is suspended off the ground, if there is a sense of like not being supported there, then come back to the step before it, come back to the T shape, or come back to the 45 degrees from the body. Because we don't want there to be this sense of hanging in space. With our restorative, I know our shoulders are dropping down either side of the support, but we want things to be held. We want the body to be feeling kind of comfortable and supported so that it can tell the nervous system that we are happy and we are safe. And feel that lovely opening through the front of the shoulders there. Okay, so we're going to move on now into our next pose. So just gently place the palms of the hands either side of the body, press into your forearms to just slowly lift yourself up. And we move into our next pose. So next pose will take a little bit of organization, and then we'll take a lovely comfortable one to finish off with. So for the next pose, we're going to have our bolster in the center of our mat here. You're going to have one brick at the top of your mat, and then you're going to pop a blanket on top of that. So we're going to take it into a side stretch, but the part of it that we're interested in is what's happening in the shoulders. So just for ease of left and right, if you come with me and bring your left hip up against the bolster there, maybe have a little bit of space. We want the bolster to hit the curve of our waist there, okay? Now lengthen up through the whole spine on your inhale, and then exhale, coming down towards the ground until your head gently lands on your brick pillow there. So you've got a brick on its lowest height and a blanket on top of that. Left arm just gently reaches forward. Now, if you've done this pose with me before, you know that the right arm can sometimes reach overhead, but what we're going to do with this one is kind of, building on a little bit of what we did on our movement practice. We're going to place the fingertips of our right hand onto just that lovely curve, the occipital curve at the back of our skull there. And we're going to inhale, lengthen the elbow up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, gently twist into an open there and feel that stretch through the front and the front of that right chest and very much the armpit there. So armpit equals shoulder joint. Okay, so a lovely stretch to the shoulder here. Now you can stay in this version of it, or if it feels nicer for you, you can flow in and out of it. So if you want to stay, you just breathe here, or if you want to flow, you inhale to reach the elbow up a little bit towards the ceiling, and then you exhale to open it back out again. And maybe just flow 1 or 2 times and then come into a nice static opening through the shoulder there. So see, can you soften that left shoulder? I've noticed that it was kind of holding, it was hanging there, and it wasn't relaxing down towards the ground. So my bolster is quite high, so my left shoulder isn't reaching down towards the ground. So that's okay if you've got quite a big bolster, or you might find if your bolster is a little bit smaller than mine, that your left shoulder is quite comfortably sitting on the ground. Okay, so this is quite a kind of intense opening for the shoulder. So we're going to come straight over to the other side. We won't hold it for very long. So inhale, just reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring it back down towards the left hand there. So both palms touching. And gently place right hand to the ground and lifting yourself up nice and slowly. Okay, you're going to come straight over to the other side. So you can just pivot on the back of your hips over to the other side. I am going to come to the other end of my mat just to make sure I'm not facing away from you. Okay, so you've got your bolster. And now I have my right hip up against the bolster there. And the curve of my waist is going to drape over the bolster. So actually with the legs, just, again, taking any position that feels comfortable for the legs. For me, I quite like I have my Let my right leg there is slightly further forward. The right bent knee is slightly further forward than my left bent knee. And then I'm not sure if you can see it there. I'll see, can I lift my legs? I hook my big toe around the lower ankle of my left leg there. So kind of hard to see. I've hooked my big toe around my left ankle, and it's just a nice way to kind of have the legs knitted into each other so that they're not kind of fishing around for something to keep them in their position. Okay, so let's lengthen up through the spine again on your inhale. And then exhale, drape yourself over the bolster until your head comes down to your brick pillow, and reach now that right arm forward. So get that right arm comfortable. I know we're kind of opening through the left shoulder in this side, but make sure that that right arm is kind of comfortable there in its position, and the right fingertips reaching forward. Bring the fingertips to the back of your skull there, that little curve at the back of your skull, and inhale, lengthen that left elbow up towards the ceiling. Exhale, opens the elbow out to the side. Now you will kind of curl over to the side of your bolster there just a little bit. Make sure that this is all about the shoulder now. And you can stay here, or you can flow once or twice. So if you're going to flow, just inhale, reach the elbow up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, gently reach it back. And maybe one more flow. Inhale, reach, and exhale, lengthen it back. And let's stay a few breaths here with that lovely stretch through the armpit and the shoulder joint. Now soften the shoulder, make sure it's not coming up around your ears. And check in with that right shoulder again, make sure it's happy. And breathing deeply now into that left lung. Of course, the breath is going into both lungs, but we really feel the sensation in the left lung there as the space between the ribs lengthens and opens. Okay, so inhale, reach that left arm up now towards the ceiling, and then exhale, bring that left arm down towards the palm or towards the right hand. So press the palms together here. Bend the left hand there, press, or the elbow, press the right hand into the ground there to lift yourself up. And we're going to take our last pose. So for our last pose, we're going to do a lovely reclined pose with the bolster. So pop all your props out to the side there. Let's build again. So you're going to have your 2 bricks you'll need. We'll do kind of a medium height one rather than a high one. So your first brick is on its medium height. Again, just a reminder, lowest height, medium height, highest height, okay? Hand in the way. So medium height and your lowest height, okay? Lowest height. And you're going to pop your bolster over that. Now, if you know that you actually prefer the bolster up a little bit higher, then by all means, the equation for the higher one is obviously medium and high, okay? So I'm going to take mine lower. And it's, again, personal preference are kind of what you're looking for in your practice. You know, I quite like the lower one because sometimes the higher one, you can be worried that the back brick is going to fall over. So the lower one makes me feel more safe and secure. You can pop a blanket there at the back of your bolster. Let's make ourselves really comfy now for this one. So let's pop a blanket just at the bottom of our bolster there as well for our hips to sit on. And then we'll make another blanket here. We're going to make another blanket or blanket roll to put underneath our knees. So if you have 2 more blankets, you know, nothing fancy, just roll them up or roll whatever you have and pop them underneath your knees there, okay? Just a little bit of support for the lower back, having the knees gently bent, okay? Hips now up to the back of that bolster. Bring them away a little bit. Always remember to leave like about an inch or 2 between the back of your hips and what you're draping over so that you have room for the pelvis to tilt back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale gently, even though you know where you're going. Take your time and coming down vertebrae by vertebrae. Okay, make sure that you're happy with the position of your blanket. And now really let those shoulders drop down either side of your bolster there. All this area, and you might even feel, you know, the kind of the muscles that support the shoulders really letting go here, because we worked them a little bit during the practice. We explored each of the different movements of the shoulder. So really let them drop down. So let the kind of whole weight of your arm help the shoulder to just drop down either side of your bolster there. Maybe even lifting them up, rolling them back, and then dropping them down. So just giving them that extra little bit of help to find their ultimate relaxation. Feel the lovely opening through the chest there. And see, can you let yourself really settle now into this pose, your last pose of your practice. And then towards the end of this, we're just going to push all our props out to the side. We can leave the blankets under our knees, but we're going to get rid of the bolsters and the bricks and come down onto our backs just for 1 or 2 extra minutes for our Shavasana. But I'm going to let you now take a few minutes, or we'll see how we're doing for time, to really let yourself soften and melt into this pose. With the palms facing up towards the ceiling, can you let those fingers just really curl in towards the palms? Let the arms feel so heavy. And see, do you notice that when you work a little bit with that kind of conscious relaxation, it's almost like a chain reaction goes up your arm and lets the shoulder release that little bit more too. Let's do the same thing with the muscles of our face. It's always a lovely one for restorative, is to start with the muscles of our face. And then when we kind of let go of those little worry lines around our eyes and our forehead, the whole body takes its guidance and its lead and starts to release and soften. So soften the skin across your forehead. Let the eyes become heavy in their sockets. See, can you root out any little muscles around your eye sockets? So there's loads, hundreds of little muscles around the eye sockets, and see, can you just let them soften? The skin across your cheekbones softening, your jaw. Now really bring your attention to your jaw and see, can you just let it hang? Maybe the lips are ever so slightly parted. And the tongue, so the tongue in your mouth is gently pressing up against the roof of your mouth. So can you bring space and openness to your temples? The space between the temples wide and full of life. And see, can you just let this influence the rest of your body, and maybe even scan it down. So feel this relaxation almost dripping or flowing through your body, down your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your whole abdominal region, your hips, your thighs, your knees, your lower leg, your calves, your ankles, the backs of your feet. And then not forgetting the shoulders, the back of the upper arm, the front of the upper arm, the elbow, the back of the forearm, the front of the forearm, back of the palm, and the front of the palm, fingertips curled. Gentle breath. And then really gently, really slowly, place your palms into the ground just to lift yourself up enough that you can just push all those blankets and bolsters and bricks out to the side of your mat. Now, if your blanket that your hips are on is low enough, you can just leave it there and gently come back into your Shavasana. You can leave your blanket underneath your knees, palms facing up towards the ceiling, a little bit of space between your body and your arms. Just finding a lovely neutral pelvis and a neutral spine for 1 or 2 more moments. And closing off our practice. Gently getting ready to come back into your day. Bringing a little bit of movement into your fingertips and your toes. And getting ready now to roll over to your right hand side. And lifting yourself up, and you're finding your way into a comfortable seated position. And this time, maybe placing your hands on your thighs. So whether your legs are bent or you're in a kneeling position, placing your hands on your thighs. Eyes gently closed if that suits. So we're going to close our shoulder practice off with one more lovely deep shoulder roll. So lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Roll your shoulders back towards the back of your mat. And then let your shoulders continue to roll down towards the back of your hips there. Feel the shoulder blades gently settling on your back and gently opening your eyes again. And namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.